Have you ever stumbled upon something amazing that you didn't know you needed, but now you can't live without? Yeah, this was Canva for me. And if you aren't using this tool yet, then I am willing to bet that by the end of this video, you will be headed that way as well. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Canva for beginners in 2021 and beyond. And I have so much to show you guys, so let's get started. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you have been following me for a while now, you probably know that I have a bit of an obsession with Canva. I started using Canva about 5 years ago for my blogging business in the parenting space, and I continue to use it to this day. I've never needed anything else for my graphic design needs, and it's by far one of the most used tools in my business. I use it to create everything from graphics for blog posts, pins for Pinterest, Facebook banners and posts, YouTube thumbnails, freebies to grow my email list, digital products that I sell, and so much more. Now, one of the best things about Canva is that it's very user-friendly. It's not complicated or hard to learn like Photoshop. You can be a complete beginner to graphic design and make amazing things in here because you get access to just hundreds of thousands of templates for whatever type of project that you are working on. So you don't have to start from scratch, which is such a huge time saver. You can also use this amazing tool absolutely free. Canva offers a very generous free plan that gives you most of what you'll need. Now, I currently do use the Pro plan, which is $9.99 per month or $119 per year to get access to premium stock photos and to have the ability to upload my own brand fonts, and especially to use the photo background remover, which I will show you in this tutorial. But whether you decide to use the free or pro version, this tutorial will be very valuable to you. If you want to sign up for the free version or want a 30-day free trial of the paid version to see if that's something you'd like or would benefit from, I've put a link to these in the description as well as in the comment section below. So you can check it out and sign up and start checking out this tool, okay? All right, let me share my screen with you so that I can start showing you how to use Canva. So if you go to thecreativeimpact.com/Canva, you will land on this screen and you will see that there are a few different ways to sign up for a Canva account. But I first recommend clicking on this link that says plans so you can see what is involved with each plan. The free plan is right here, which we talked about, and you can see what is included. The next step up is the pro plan. This is what I have. It's $9.99 per month or $119.99 for the entire year. It includes everything that the free plan has, plus it comes with a brand kit, which is super helpful. It lets you save your brand colors. It allows you to upload your own fonts and do a lot of branding things that you just don't get with that free plan. It has one-click design magic resize, which means that you can resize any images to fit across all different platforms. I will show you how to do that within this tutorial. It also has a lot more free templates as well as premium stock photos. That's really a big plus, and a lot more storage. And you're also able to schedule directly from Canva to your social media accounts with the Pro plan. And then the next step up is if you really have a larger team and you're really growing, is everything the Pro Plus plan has, but includes a little bit more extra things. Most people either get a free plan or the Pro plan, but you can make that choice. And whichever one you want, you can just click on it. So if you just want to do the free plan, you can. I do highly recommend trying out a 30-day free trial of the Pro. You have absolutely nothing to lose. It's not going to cost you anything if you cancel before 30 days. And then you get access to all the different elements that are really helpful and all the really great premium stock photos. So you can choose one here and then click on it. Now, I already have an account, so I'm going to log in here while you decide how you want to sign up. All right, once you are signed up, you'll be taken to this main screen every time you log in. This is a very user-friendly, intuitive platform that you can use, so everything is pretty basic. I'm going to take you through starting here on the top right side. This is your account settings. You can come in here, you can get help, you can sign out. That's what this is. The same thing with the gear will take you to some account settings, and this question mark is the help center. This create a design is where you can go to start creating a design, to search for templates. As you can see, there's all different options here. If you're not finding what you want here, you can also come right here to the search bar and search for anything you're looking for. If you want something for Facebook, as soon as you type in Facebook, it's going to bring up all the options: Facebook ad, cover, post, and it's going to give you templates for each of these things. Now, if we come up to the top left here, when you click home, it's just taking you to this home page, which we're already on. Here are the templates we talked about. They have hundreds of thousands of templates for all different things, starting with social media. They have templates for everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, so many. This is just a few right here. This is just a quick access spot if you want to go from here. They have personal things like you can make invitations, cards, resumes, postcards, t-shirts. It's not just for business, but they do also have a whole business section for presentations and websites and making your logos, all different templates for these things. For marketing, if you need a poster or a flyer, infographics, that's something that I like to use for. They have some great infographic templates. They have templates for educational purposes for the classroom, as well as trending things right now. The time I'm taping this, Mother's Day, it just happened, and so some of these things are trending. So the things I use most for my business, and you likely will too, are the marketing, business, and social media templates. This is a quick place to access them from, but there are many other places in here that you can search templates. Next up is features. Again, we talked a little bit about photos. Canva has a ton of free stock photos, but if you want those premium stock photos, you are going to need to have the pro plan. One of the reasons that I upgraded was because every time I went to search for a picture in here, I would find ones I love and then see they had that little crown next to it, which meant that they were a pro version only. And so after a while, I'm just like, I want to have these pictures. So I ended up upgrading. There's icons for all different things, like you can, for infographics or presentations, pretty much if you can think of an infographic, I think they have it. They have so many different options to choose from. Let's go into here. You can print stuff from Canva. They have a whole printing section now where you can create business cards, postcards, invitations, mugs, flyers, and order prints and stuff directly from Canva. They have a whole section of templates for apps, like Bitmoji. You can design your own and then, upload it, use it on your apps. We go back to features, they also have an explore section here and a download section if you want to explore that further. And lastly is this learn option right here. This is really great, especially when you're just starting out with Canva. After this video, if you want to learn more about Canva, I highly suggest going to learn. Within here, they have all different tutorials for Canva, a quick getting started, designing with Canva, how to use Canva Pro, which is great. The branding with Canva, this is one that I've watched that was really helpful in showing me how I can incorporate my brand colors and upload my fonts and things like that so that I have easy access when I need to use them. So they give you a whole bunch of different tutorials within here. All right, let's go back to home now. Now we're going to get started talking about this left-hand side. So the homepage loads with this recommended for you clicked, and it shows you different things that it recommends for you and has this arrow that you can scroll through. Another way that you can find your templates is you can click presentations or social media, video, anything right here. Down here, this is where I usually start when I come in, is at all your designs. So when you click all your designs, these are all the things that you have created. So you can see in here, I have pins for Pinterest. I have images for my blog. This is a featured image for a blog post. This is just a Facebook post I put on within my Facebook group. Down here, I use Canva for my YouTube thumbnails. I mean, everything for my freebies. It's really a one-stop shop for pretty much everything I do in my business. I use Canva every single day. So as you start creating if you click this all your designs button, this is where all of your designs will show up. The shared with you button, this is where you can share things with team members. You can add team members to your group. I believe you can do this with the free version. I know with the pro version, you can save designs as templates for your team. So that's a huge thing. If you have a virtual assistant and you want them to work off a template, you can do that with the pro version. But I believe this shared with you, if you click on that, you can share it with, at least one team member with a free version. The brand kit here, this is a pro version exclusive. You will not get this with the free version. So here is where you can upload your logo if you'd like. You can upload your brand colors. So when you're designing, they automatically come up so you don't have to search them out every time, which is huge. You can upload brand fonts. This is where I've uploaded all my fonts. This is huge and one of the reasons why I upgraded to the pro version, because I can use my own fonts and it's really great for branding. I can brand everything across the board, from my YouTube thumbnails, my featured images, everything on my Facebook group, as well as all my pins. So everything can have my signature fonts, which if these don't come in Canva, I had to upload them myself, and you need the pro version for that. And it's really easy, just as upload a font right here. And if you are using the free trial of the pro version, or you decide to purchase it, you just click that, upload your fonts, choose your brand colors right here, add them to it. It's very, very simple. Another really cool thing in this brand kit is you can add and discover palettes. So they give you different color palettes that work well together. If you're trying to come up with a color palette design and you don't have an idea, these just gives you some inspiration. Next up on the left-hand side is the content planner. I believe this may also be a pro version, but you can use this to plan out your content right here. They give you the calendar. I have not used this yet, but it looks like you can just click there. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then you can add your content in and make a whole calendar for yourself that's easy to access right within Canva. Next up is all your folders. So what you can do, here's when you go into all your designs, like you have a whole list of them, and it can be hard to search if you don't want to scroll through all of them. So what you can do is you can create folders for each of these. And this is where all your folders are stored. So you can see I have folders that are just my blog post featured images here. I have ones for all my pins. These are all my Pinterest designs are in here. And then within there, I even have further folders for each different pin group. If you go back, I have my YouTube thumbnails in a section, so you can really organize all your different images, so you save a lot of time not having to scroll through everything. The trash, this is where your trash goes when you delete one of your images, and I believe it stays in the trash for 30 days. So in case you accidentally delete it, you can access it for 30 days. The dream team section here, this is where you can add members of your team. Like if you're working with a virtual assistant or a social media manager or something like that, you can add them in to your team. I believe you may get up to 4 with this dream team. Don't quote me on that, but I use my virtual assistant. She is in my dream team here, and I can share all my images with her and templates. And then when I want her to create something, she can just come right in here. She has access to everything. Here is where you'd invite members to join your team as you grow. And so you can see there are a lot of different options on here, but everything is pretty straightforward. The things that I use the most when I come in are just all your designs. And then when I want to do a new template or design, I would just come up here to the top. And if I wanted to do, a Facebook, as soon as you type Facebook, it comes up with, you can do a Facebook ad, app ad, cover, event cover, posts, shops ad. If you do, there's things like TikTok, if you're working within TikTok, end frame magazine cover. I mean, anything you pick, they're going to have a template for here. So what I'm going to walk you through today is how to make a YouTube thumbnail. And then we're actually going to make the YouTube thumbnail for this video. So if you wanted to come in here and you don't have a design made yet, you can just go to YouTube, and then you can see you can do your channel art here, icon. Here's the thumbnail one. So we're going to click on that. And when you do, look at all these different templates that come up. And all you have to do is you can switch out you can customize it any way you want, but you can switch out the pictures, the text, the colors, but it gives you a starting place so you don't have to start over. So if you liked this template, you could click on it. And once it loads, you can change everything. So you can see as you hover over things, different things are highlighted, right? So if you click here, this is going to give you this shape behind here, and I could change it by going to the color up here. With the pro version, you see my brand colors are right here, so I can easily brand it without having to search. And you could make it like that. Then if you wanted to change this, you could click there. Right here's your text color. It's very intuitive. So once you know where things are, it's just as simple as clicking on it, clicking the text, changing the color. So I can easily, if this was mine, I could change it all to my brand colors. Anything you click can easily change. You can even change the font. So once you're in here, you can change the size right here. Here is the different fonts that you can choose from, and you can search up here if you're looking for a specific one. So if I wanted to change it to mine, I could just start typing it in and change it there to whatever I wanted. And then you could resize it, things like that. Very, very intuitive. If you wanted to change the image, you'd click on, let's see, that box right there. And over on the side here, we're going to see some other things. This is where photos are. So if I wanted to change my photo, I could search for a new photo. So I could do like cookies if I wanted cookies, and pick any of these different ones if I liked a different look. So I could do that, and take these little dots here and you can shrink it down. We can delete this one by just clicking the delete button on your keyboard. Grab your images, move them over. So you can see how easily you can take a template and make it your own. Now, this isn't obviously the YouTube thumbnail for this video. I just wanted to give you a little tutorial of how you can take a template and easily make it your own. Next, we're going to go in and actually create my template from this YouTube thumbnail, okay? Another thing you can do here is same thing. If you wanted to change the colors, very, very simple. And in that quick of time, you could have a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, now we're gonna go and actually create one of my YouTube thumbnails, and I will get into showing you how to use this sidebar as well. So we'll go back to home. Now, since I've already created a template for my YouTube thumbnails, I'm not going to go into a template and create a new one. We don't have to recreate the wheel here, right? So we'll go to all our designs and go down to one of my YouTube thumbnails. You can search this way, or you can search in your folder if you choose to have a folder of YouTube thumbnails, right? So I could go here, and there's these three little purple dots right here. When you want to duplicate a thumbnail that you've already done, you can just click on these three things and go to make a copy. This is one of the best things of Canva, so you don't have to start from scratch every single time you need to make a thumbnail or a pin or a Facebook post, right? So once it's done that, it's going to show up right next to whatever you created, or right at the top here. And then you're just going to click on it. Now this is the copy. So what I would do is, this is where you're going to rename your pin and or your image. And I highly recommend you naming it, because if you want to search for it later, as you start creating lots of images within Canva, you're going to want to be able to search it out. So we're going to name this YouTube thumbnail Canva tutorial for beginners 2021. Once the project is renamed, the first thing we're going to do is change out the picture. So you see, as you hover, you're going to see all these different boxes. You want to find the one with your picture and double click on it. Now, if you're not sure, you can always wiggle your mouse to see what area you're working on. Now for this video, once I have it, I'm just going to hit the delete button, which you can do on your keyboard just by hitting backspace or delete, or by going to this trash can right here. Now I'm going to upload a new video. So anytime you want to upload a video from Canva, you come over here to the upload section and click on it and click this purple button that says upload media. And it gives you a variety of places to upload from. I'm going to upload from my device, my computer here, and take this download, click on that and open it up. And you can see right here, it's loading. Once it's loaded, it'll just pop up in here. And I'm going to click on that and that will add it to my canvas. Now, as you can see, I can move it around. I can take this button and make it larger from any corner I want, shrink it or enlarge it. And as you see here right now, this photo has my really messy office background behind it, and I want to get rid of that. So my top favorite tool with the Pro account is the background remover. It is the #1 reason why I upgraded to Pro, and it allows you to get rid of your background. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now if you're using the free trial of the Pro version. So once you have your photo highlighted, you can come up here and you're going to see all different things you can do to your photo. You can flip it horizontal or vertical, you can crop it. You can adjust the saturation, contrast, brightness, things like that. You can change the filters on your photo. You can make it black and white if you want. But right now we're going to go into effects. And effects brings up all different ways to change your photo. And right at the top here, it says background remover. And that is what we're going to use. And this is where the magic happens. So we're going to click on that, wait for this to load, and it magically gets rid of your background, which I think is one of the most amazing tools. It's one of the things I use the most within Canva Pro, and it's what I use for my thumbnail. So now I have this picture without the background, and I can enlarge it, use it how I want to. I think I'm going to probably do right around there. So that is how my picture comes in. Now, next up, we'll do some text. Oh, and if you want to use other photos, now I'm just doing a YouTube tutorial, but if you wanted to put other photos in, the next thing down is photos. And here is where you can search. You can search any type of photo. You can see some of my past searches. So if you just click camera, it's going to bring up all different cameras. And as you can see, if it has this crown with the Pro, these ones are only available in Pro. This one would be free with like the free version. If you wanted something like this, it has the Pro. So some of these are high quality stock photos that are going to require the Pro license, which is another reason why I suggest trying out the 30-day free trial of the Pro version. So you can go through here. You can also see these little buttons up here. You can search by color, by orientation, if you only want horizontal or vertical photos. You can search by just ones that are free or just ones that are Pro. So really lets you narrow down your search. So I highly suggest using that. So any photos you want to use, you would search right in here. All right. Now we're going to move on to elements. Elements are things you can add to your designs. They have everything from shapes and frames and arrows and stickers, all kinds of stuff, and you can use any of these things. Now you can see right here, I have this shape on here, this kind of swoosh in the background, and that came from, I think I probably put in, like typed in swoosh or splash. Let's see in recently used if it's in here. Yeah, this is what I use to get that in the background, and these little arrows down here can turn it. So you can turn it, you can make it bigger, and that is how I got this background. And then to change the color, you just come up to this color box. You can change it, you can pick, any color you want. If you want to choose a specific code, if you have your hex code, you can type it right in here, or you can play around in this box to find the one that you'd like. And just like you can do with photos, you can crop, you can flip them, you can actually animate them if you'd like. And I didn't show you this with photos, but it works with photos and all these elements, is that you can position them. So right now you can see this is in front of my face. If I wanted it behind me, I could click backward and it's going to put it right behind me. I mean, how cool is that? And you can put it back even further behind other things. You can move it back to the front. You can align it to top, middle, bottom. Like you can play around with this however you want, left, center, right. And then if you don't want it, you can just trash it. So this platform is very intuitive, very, very user-friendly. That is how I got that shape behind here. Now let's move on to the next button, which is text. They give you different text templates that you can choose from here. Or as I said before, you can upload your own fonts, which I have done. You can add a heading, a subheading, a little bit of text. So when you want to add something in, you can just click on it and it'll come over here. Again, same thing with these little dots. You can make it larger, smaller. This is where your sizes are right here for up and down. Here's where your font choices are. Again, you could choose in this box. You can see my fonts are right here. For my thumbnails, I use League Spartan. So we're just gonna get rid of this box. And let me show you how I get this shadow behind my text. So I chose League Spartan, and then how I get this pink behind it is I go up here to effects, and I chose this little shadow behind it, and you can see that the offset I put for 50. So you can start all the way down to 0, which shows no shadow, all the way up to super big shadow. You can play around with it. I just chose 50. I like that for mine. And then the direction, right now I have it 69, but you could, you know, move it like that. You can really play around with it however you like it. Let's put ours back to, you know, maybe I'll choose 70. I kind of like 70. And then you can blur it, blur your shadow a little bit or not blur it. Same thing with transparency. You can change the color of your shadow. I mean, like the choices are endless, really. All right, so we're going to change up the text here to say Canva tutorial 2021. So let's take this text and move it down, and we're going to change this how-to text to say Canva. Oh, what happened there? Hold on. Canva. And this will say tutorial 2021. I don't like to put a lot of text on my YouTube thumbnails. We can make this a little bigger just by dragging it. Kind of like that. Okay, so I just saved the Canva logo. So I'm going to go up here to my uploads, go to upload media, go to my device. Here's my Canva logo. I'm going to open that up, add it in. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of this little flower down here, just hit delete. And I'm going to bring in this Canva. I'm going to have to crop it a little bit because it's not, I thought it was a transparent background, but it's not. So we're just going to crop it so we don't get all this extra space. We'll hit done. We'll shrink it down. And we'll add this maybe like right over here. Like that. And this is the final YouTube thumbnail. Now say I wanted to take this image that I created and repurpose it into like a Facebook post or something like that. The really good thing about the pro version of Canva is that you can resize your project into any other size that you want. And so you don't have to recreate it if you want to, you know, make a Facebook post or an Instagram post with the same image. So what you would do is come up here to resize. And the cool thing is you can either resize it with a custom size, or you can come over here and say you wanted to turn this into a Facebook post. You just click that and click copy and resize, and it's going to make a copy of this in the size of a Facebook post. Now, this is what the Facebook post size is. You might have to resize things a little bit. So what you can do is you can just hover over this. It highlights everything, and you can resize it as a group if you want. You can group it together. Or you can, so then you can just move it all together like that. Lots of different things you can do. You can ungroup it so you can move each part separately. And these design principles that I've showed you can be used for any type of template you choose, whether it be whether you're creating pins for Pinterest or Instagram posts or Facebook posts or for YouTube. This is how you would upload pictures, use photos, elements, change up the colors and the sizing and the fonts. So it's all in here. Now, the last thing I want to show you is how to download your project after you've created it. So you're just going to come up here to this download button and click on that. and you can choose the file type, how you want to download it. So you can choose a PNG, a JPEG, a PDF print, MP4 video, if it's a video, a GIF. I usually save all my images as PNG. If you have the Pro version, you can save this with a transparent background. If you're downloading certain photos that you want to have or logos that you want to have this transparent background, you can also compress the file if you need a smaller size. It will lower the quality a little bit, but this is where you will download your project from. So once you've chosen what you want, then you just click the purple download button, it downloads it to your device, and then you're ready to go. I hope that you guys found this Canva tutorial very helpful. All right, you now have a better idea of what Canva is and how to use it. Now I want to hear from you. What feature that we went over are you most excited to try out? If you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for the free version of Canva or a free 30-day trial of the Pro plan. I have left links in the description below. And as always, guys, I'm Maureen from The Creative Impact, and I'll see you next time. Bye.